I was literally abandoned in the freezing snow the moment I was born. A wild she-wolf kept me warm and nursed me. That's the only reason I'm alive. When my master found me, the wolf just looked at him once, then turned and disappeared into the woods. Once I was old enough, I went back up that mountain looking for her, multiple times. Never saw her again. I never knew why she saved me, but every time I went up that mountain, something weird happened. Other people would run into snakes or wild boars up there, but me? Not once did anything go wrong, and every single time I came back down, there'd be a freshly dead rabbit or pheasant just waiting for me. I thought it was seriously strange, but my master would just take the game like it was totally normal, head to the kitchen, like he already knew I'd never come back empty-handed. But once I turned 12, my master suddenly banned me from going up the mountain. Just like that. My master was the most famous fortune teller for miles around, dead accurate. People came from everywhere to see him. But he had this weird rule. He only did readings based on the sky conditions. Cloudy? No readings? Rainy? Nope. Nighttime? No. Morning? Still no. He only took 3 clients a day, and only during daylight on clear days. And you had to get there early. So one day I'm just chilling on my phone minding the shop when Uncle Wang, the village's forever bachelor, walks in. Dude was in his 40s and still single, always bugging my master about when he'd finally get married. My master always brushed him off, because honestly, the guy's face read as a loner, destined to die alone. His only companions, his 2 hands. Uncle Wang looked miserable as usual, and asked where my master was. I told him straight, out doing readings. He let out a long sigh. Then he rolled up his sleeve and I nearly jumped out of my skin. There was this massive wound on his arm like something had bitten clean through it. I asked what the heck happened. He said he ran into a big wolf up the mountain 2 days ago. Figured he could sell it for good money, so he shot it. Was about to carry it back down, when the wolf suddenly came back to life and bit him. My stomach dropped. Rage shot through me instantly. I asked him, "Where's the wolf?" Uncle Wang gave me this weird look. Probably thought I wanted to cash in on the wolf too. I straight up roared at him, "Are you out of your mind? You want to die? Start talking!" That shut him up fast. He was shaking the whole way as he led me up the mountain. We found the spot quickly, under a big tree. There was a massive pool of blood on the ground. My heart just sank. That much blood from one gunshot. Was she going to make it? I called out for her desperately and searched all afternoon. Nothing. Finally, around 6 p.m., my master called. I told him everything through tears and begged him to come up. By the time he got there, it was already 9 p.m. Uncle Wang rushed over and shoved his arm in my master's face. My master barely glanced at it. "Go home. Soak it in a child's urine overnight. And don't you ever come hunting on this mountain again." Uncle Wang nodded like crazy, thanked him, and headed back down. My master watched him go, then furrowed his brow and dropped his voice. "What goes around, comes around. A life for a life. That man might not make it through the night." My mind was completely on the wolf. I couldn't care less about what he said. I kept searching. A few minutes later, my master walked over with a sigh. "Relax. If it really is her, with her level of power, a regular bullet can't take her down." Those words hit me like a wave of relief. My master had told me before, she had spiritual energy. She'd awakened. That's why, in the dead of winter, she didn't eat me. She nursed me for days instead. I left the first aid kit under the big tree and yelled as loud as I could, "Mom, left some stuff here for you!" I kept looking back as I headed down the mountain, heavy with disappointment. She saved my life when I was a baby, so why, now that I was grown, wouldn't she even let me see her? I got home and crashed hard. Half asleep, I kept feeling this tickle on my cheek, like something soft and furry was brushing against me. I tried to open my eyes, but just couldn't. I had no choice but to keep sleeping. Next morning, I opened the shop door and stopped dead. Right there on the doorstep was a fresh, fat rabbit, easily over 10 pounds. Who left this? I picked it up, and underneath it was a first aid kit. The second I saw it, my eyes went red. That was the exact one I'd left under the tree last night. She came to see me last night. She was telling me she was okay. I burst into tears, the happy kind, and ran inside with the rabbit to find my master. My master took one look, and his face went dark. That was weird. He never turned down fresh game. Before I could figure it out, the village chief walked in. "Hey, old Zhao, come with me to old Wang's place. He's dead. We need to arrange the burial." I was stunned. Old Wang, that was Uncle Wang, the guy who came to see me just yesterday. How was he suddenly dead? My master acted like he'd seen it coming, told the chief to head out, he'd grab his things. The second the chief was gone, my master's expression turned pitch black. Did she really have to go that far? I didn't get what he meant, but hearing Uncle Wang was gone, we'd shared the same village my whole life. I felt a pang. I went to the back room and hauled out the box full of burial supplies. There's a whole process for burying someone around here. You come into the world, you leave through the earth. Everything's got to be done by the book. I was holding the box, all ready to follow him out, when my master snatched it from me, said, "You're not coming," and walked off without looking back. I just stood there. He always brought me along for stuff like this. What was different today? It wasn't until after 10 p.m. that he finally came home, stone-faced. "Liang Cheng, I'm telling you right now, you are not going up that mountain anymore. You hear me? But my mom, that thing is an animal, it is not your mother." I was completely floored. He had never spoken about her like that. What was going on? Then who even was my mother? The woman who pushed me out and left me to freeze in the snow? My eyes were burning. I just couldn't wrap my head around it. I wasn't born with any defects. I wasn't slow. I had all my limbs. So why didn't they want me? Why dump me out there in the cold? How is that any different from just killing me outright? My master went quiet for a long moment. Finally, he just sighed. Liang Chung, some things you'll only understand when the time comes. Next morning, my master was back out handling Uncle Wang's burial, left me alone at the shop. The sky was gray. Barely anyone came in. Then around 6 p.m., a woman showed up, walking with a heavy limp like her leg was seriously messed up. I went up to her right away and told her my master wasn't in and that he doesn't do readings at night. She nodded. I know. Then why is she here? I looked her over, puzzled. Her face, it was seriously unusual. In the 12 palace face reading system, her life palace, the upper forehead, was incredibly full. Combined with those drooping brows, that's a textbook, long life reading. But there was a scar right between her eyebrows. That scar was silently wrecking her fate, cutting years off her life and signaling that a major disaster was headed her way very soon. My legs hurt, can you help me with it? She said it while rolling up her pant leg, revealing this massively swollen wound with a blood hole about the size of a pinky finger right in the center. Wait, that's a gunshot wound. How does a woman out in the countryside get shot? I had a million questions, but I kept my mouth shut.